Greetings and salutations. Okay, let's see here. There's gotta be a font size somewhere. Coffee, you move. Okay, let's see. Set font size. 14? Unknown. Help. How about just font size? Chat font size. Chat font size 14. Whoa. Chat font size 10. Chat font size 8. Yeah, let's do that for now. Actually, 7. Chat font size 7. Alright. We begin our journey. Please. Please, ma'am. Scroll. Takes your hand in hers gently. Places a simple file into your open palm, her fingers closing around both your hand and the file. You have been summoned here by our leader, Uldris, because of your promising connection with the spirits of nature. Are you prepared to take the first steps towards becoming a gatekeeper? I am prepared. And must highlight you. I am prepared. As a gatekeeper of the Word Guard, your role will to be both support and transport your allies through the royal gates. Take this file, pour its content into the center of the circular formation and the toadstools that you find there. Once you have poured an offering from the file, you must then exhibit a moment of patience as you await a response. Alright. So what did... Okay. Let's go. Where the heck am I? Oh, there we go. It's dark out. Might as well go to this now. Going down, Mr. Tyler. That is some good coffee. Interesting. Off to a great start. Well, we're gonna have a problem if there's an orc here. Otherwise, I'm guessing my body's down here. Okay then. Oh. We don't want a large bat. Don't want a drakeling. Don't want a fawn. Oh, look at all that beautiful ore. Alright. You can be my first mob, Mr. Black Bat. Defense is going up. Oh wow. Start off with the 10 heal. Okay, I'm gonna need a damage shield. Seems Druid may not be for me. This is kind of ridiculous. mental note. Something's wrong with my AC. Let's scan. Is everything actually on? No, that's not. Alright. Alright, so pour. Feel an odd pull towards its center. Is that it? The very beginning of a portal. You receive an empty file. The strange fountain must be the reaction of Sarah mentioned, one you need to take a sample from and return to her. Okay. Take sample. Use the now empty file to collect. Leaving serene state, you receive sample. Okay. Let's go kill some stuff while we have barrier. Nope. How are these bats over here? Is this your favorite game? Hello, Princess. It's my favorite game at the moment. I have other favorite games? Yes, many. I'm an old school MMO player. Used to play EQ. Currently, I'm looking forward to this. The new EQ Legends. I have played WoW. I don't play it anymore. Pantheon. Alright, let's try and head down here. What do you play? Yeah. Well, to each their own. Everybody can like different things. But yeah, my tastes are definitely all old school MMO. Go over here and see what we can find. Originally Drenell. I used to be a ranger on Drenell. Named Kitch. How about you? I've also played the TLP on Finny when it first came out. That was kind of fun. But eventually gave up. Easton and Valenzac. What eras did you guys play? Oh boy. 2003. I played, what is that, Gods or God or whatever they called it? That's as far as I went. This is gonna take a while. Wasn't expecting him to fight me. Did you, Daphne, did you raid at all? This is not gonna work. Velius. Okay. Oh, thanks, Princess.
I'm your huckleberry.
Okay, I really don't know what that extra part is, but thanks. We're in a big raider? Yeah. You don't have to... That was the beauty of EQ. I don't think I raided till... let's see. Actually, it would have been Velius for me as well, but I think it would have been Lutheran time. It's the celebration after that I don't understand. But yes, the I'm your Huckleberry, I mean, I used AI to get the image going, and then I just grabbed the sound from Tombstone, which is what my namesake is based on. Val Kilmer's performance in that was amazing. Yeah. So yeah, I don't think I started raiding till we would have done Velius as well, but I think the EQ, so our guild wasn't at the forefront or anything, so I think it was in Luckland times. But Velius was like a good one. I liked doing those ice caves. Rygor Fort. Yeah, I'm just having fun playing games. Oh dear. So chatting with people's kind of cool. So I've been watching other people's streams and going into their chat, but I can never type out fast enough, or the responses aren't fast enough. So a lot of times it doesn't make sense. So I decided, hey, I might as well try this myself and see if people want to come in and talk to me. Plus, you're playing video games. Pretty good. But yeah, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it for the money. Just to see if I like it or not, basically. So what is your RPG of choice then? And Daphne, have you heard about the EQ Legends Surfer that's coming? Oh. GTA, Stardew, and Valheim. Well, I haven't played any of those, but I guess that's understood, seeing as I haven't really played any RPGs. Nice. There's some card-like things on your back wall. I can't see them clearly, but looks... Those are all Funko Pops from Star Wars. They're all Star Wars Funko Pops. I am a Star Wars fan, and during COVID, I needed something to do. I was bored, so I started collecting those. But it was really difficult because everything had to get shipped to you and crazy shipping fees and all that kind of stuff, but it was fun. I don't collect them anymore. Yeah. Are you, Daphne, are you actually playing Pantheon right now? I'm just waiting for the spring update before I go back in, seeing as it's all going to get reset. Sorry. Sorry, I don't know what that acronym stands for. What do you mean? What do you mean? Yeah, exactly. Daphne, that's why I'm not playing either right now. But I am looking forward to it. The mastery is going to be interesting. What do I mean? When tell me about it, Daphne. It's been a long one. Long road. Uh-oh. Didn't realize my thorns had fallen off. So, you think they make their December target when they went EA on Steam? Do you mean that they would launch in 2 years? So do you stream only one game or switch between games? Well, the plan is M&M for now, but I do plan on streaming, well, if they allow it. There's going to be something called EQ Legends. So it's going to be EQ, and what they've done is they're setting it up to be what they call multi-class. So in this game, you pick one class, and you start to level up, and you have your adventure, and you group with other people, and all that kind of stuff. That's what EQ is meant to be. It's a big social hub, but a lot of fun, and you build up your character. But nowadays, most people don't have that kind of time, so they're making it so that you can kind of be your own group, and you can do what they call multi-class, which makes you a lot more powerful. So you can pick up to 3 of these classes, and then that allows you to see most of the content and do it all by yourself or in small groups. So you can also have your friends, obviously that's important, right? You don't want to just be playing with yourself. But you guys can tackle things that in the early days, to raid in EQ, you needed 72, well, the raids were 72 people. So this is organizing 72 people to show up at the same time with the same plan and try and coordinate and take down a big boss mob. And back in those days, there wasn't any VoIP or voice over IP or any of these, you know, Discord things or anything like that. So everything was done typing. So it's pretty crazy when you think about it. So what they're doing is they're trying to make it accessible for basically anybody, because EQ had a lot of content to find, and even though I played it for so many years, there's so many things that I never got to do. So this should be fun. I'm going to go through and see things that I haven't seen before, and I don't have to rely on a big group or anything. And back to the Pantheon thing, if you mean that they're going to actually get to 1.0 in December, there's no way. They are still, I would say, probably at least 2 years away still. It's going to be a big reveal how they do on this mastery thing. Are you East Coast, West Coast? Now, I don't, so the thing is, I don't think they're going to hit it, but I don't think they explicitly said it. I think it was just sort of a hopeful thing. But anyway, it's all about having fun in the game. So if you're having fun with what they have, then the more that they bring out, the better it's going to get, right? So if we have a bunch of other things to play until then, it's just a matter of time, hopefully. I do have fun when I play it, but like you said, there's no point in playing there's no point in playing when it's just going to get wiped. Are you a streamer as well, Princess? What class are you playing, Daphne, on Pantheon? Leaning towards Wizard and Necro. I'm sure I'll end up with a roster of Ults though. Well, those are the ways of these games. I've played a little of both of those. And the Wizard, well, I guess, as you know, that they've been changing quite a bit throughout the whole process, right? So, depending on when you tried the Wizard, it'd be very different than when you tried it another time. But it was a lot of fun. I tried it when they had the different little pies, or I guess they might still be in that pie phase, where you have certain power depending on what you're casting and that kind of thing, and it uses up those pieces of pie. And the Necro I used because I was grouping, and unfortunately, just with the number of people that were on at the time, me and my buddies, we kind of had to two-box ourselves, otherwise we couldn't get our own group. So we had the Necro there because it had the mez. You can mez one target, and it would still have a lot of damage instead of bringing an enchanter along. So I tried that. That worked alright. I really don't like the channel on the Necro, and I think Joppa said he's going to be changing that, because once you do that, there's nothing else you can do. What does your... I don't understand your Discord community. What does it do? Oh, okay. But if I join, what does it do? Alright, have a good one, Daphne.
I'm your huckleberry.
Thanks for the follow. I've got to get rid of that noise. I do not know what it is, because I definitely didn't add that part. But thanks, Daphne. Have a good day at work. Hopefully it is a smooth one. How much time do I have on these guys? Oh boy. Large backpack. I don't. It might be, I think I turned on celebrations or something. Maybe that's what it is. I gotta figure that out. I just wanted the straight, I'm your huckleberry. Yeah. Wow. This apparently is a tough wasp. So, from what I understand, Valheim is some sort of survival game. You go in and you have to get something, some sort of extraction. You have to go find something and bring it back. Is that right? Oh boy. Yeah, I'm not going to be doing jewel crafting, I don't think. Need everything to be magic to disenchant it all. Valheim is a Viking-themed survival game where you explore, build, and fight to prove yourself worthy of Valheim. Huh, that actually sounds interesting. Is it single player or is it multiplayer? Oh, look at this guy with a shiny shield. Is that an angry... Is that an angry girl? Looks angry. Okay, gotta put these somewhere over here. Put you over here. By the way, can I suggest you something for your channel? Sure? I saw your stream and really like your gameplay. Streaming and working on it. Why don't you use professional and unique displays to attract more visitors to my stream? Because that seems like a lot of effort. Just having fun. If people come and like what I'm doing, that's cool. Again, I'm not trying to make this a career or anything. Just want to have fun. Maybe meet some cool people that want to chat. I think they say that you're supposed to, hey Rar, how's it going? The day is interesting. I've started a Druid, because I had never played a Druid and I was wondering if this would be a good sort of starting class when EA actually launches, because you can probably make quite a bit of money um, moving people around once you get to the ports. So I thought I'd give Druid a try. So what I did is on the Ranger, I got my leatherworking up high enough and twinked this Druid out. And then and then I got my class quest, which is to go pour a vial into the Druid circle and wait for a response. So I took the Druid lift down, and as I usually do in at the newbie lift, I jumped off a little bit early, and apparently it went right through the landing pad and fell to my death. So that was how it started. Damage is getting better, but at first it took me a really long time to kill my first mob, which had me thinking, had I made a mistake? Because I'm rather twinked out. Well, Princess, I know your Discord, you told me, so I'll check it out, and I'm guessing it's all on there. So, what do you normally play, Rar? Tank or support? So the tank class that I'd be interested in would be an SK. So maybe I'll, because I don't plan on taking any of these guys too high. So maybe I'll try an SK out later. I'm not sure if they wear plate or not. If my buddy ever joins. Yeah. It's like a weak necro, so you get a little, or at least you used to get a pet. I'm not sure if they took away the pet. You get a little pet. In EQ, one of the cool things they had was something called Harm Touch, where you could basically use this one ability once every hour, I think it was, or maybe even 24 hours, and you pretty much can one-shot somebody. But the other thing that they do is they do damage and life siphon it back, so you're kind of trying to heal yourself while you're tanking, which is helpful for the healers. When you say support, are you thinking Bard or Enchanter? Or what do you mean by support? Because I think Bard is really cool, except I don't think I'm willing to twist songs. Enchanter, that is the other character that I've got created. So if I ever get my buddy in this game, and we want to do something in Night Harbor, which midweek is the time to do it. As you know, on Friday, I think Night Harbor is going to go crazy. So this would be the time to be exploring Night Harbor. But yeah, enchanters are pretty sick, just like in EQ, I think. Lag and just fighting for mobs, fighting for space, depending on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to, if you were trying to get wood, or if you were trying to get mining done, or mobs, it's pretty crazy over there, or it was, at least on the open weekends. I guess inviting, they did 500 last round, so 500, and if everybody played, every buddy key played, 1,000 wouldn't be too bad. Plus, most of my time's been spent over here, so I don't know Night Harbor that well. Although I think it's the Avalia of Pantheon. I don't know how much they're expecting. They said they would spin up servers as needed, so they have a pretty good idea of what they can hold. But they're also doing something called server clusters, I think, so that you can spin them down and sort of auto combine those clusters. They already know what server is going to merge with what server. But I think we were talking about this last time, is that they're not going to reset. Yeah. I can't remember. I don't remember the last MMO launch I was actually a part of. Those days, you spend the whole day just, or back in the day, I guess I should say, you spend the whole day just trying to log into the login server. And then you felt so good when you finally made it. And then you were too scared to log off because you weren't sure you'd get back on. I guess the TLPs, DQ TLPs, are like that. I mean, we've gotten much better at it, or I guess the MMO community has gotten much better at it, but it still happens. It's hard to prepare your game for, you know, that 10% of the time, or maybe even 1% of the time that it's going to be that crazy. Well, I wish you luck on Friday. Hopefully see you in the game. Yeah, it's, I mean, they've got a good head on their shoulders, that's for sure. They've got a good plan. But, you know what they say about best laid plans. I bet you Sean has talked about all this. I just don't have the bandwidth to soak it all in. Yeah. It's expectations are important too, right? Most of the people that are joining, I guess, or that plan on playing, most of the time this isn't their first rodeo. So they know, and they're usually pretty, well, I was going to say they're usually pretty forgiving, but the MMO community is probably not forgiving at all. But they'll know, at least. They'll know. I should, this has gone, you know, knock on wood, fairly well. I don't know what this would be like if I wasn't twinked, though. So right now, my AC is pretty much what my level 8 ranger's at. Don't want the large, don't want the large. already said you'll have a bunch of characters, but what are you going to main? Yeah, I'm pretty confident that I'm going to main the Ranger at this point. Unless they make the Archer sort of an elite DPS. That one I would... because honestly, most of the time with my Ranger, my fantasy was to be, you know, that kick-ass Archer that just sits back and, you know, is doing headshots and, you know, turning on true shot at the right time and that kind of thing. So that's kind of what I like to do, which at the moment seems like Ranger is even better at that than Archer because of Snare. Archer gets this caltrop thing, but it only lasts for 10 seconds, whereas Snare is 30 seconds, which makes kiting so much easier. You don't have to do as much work. And then, typically, in EQ and others, I typically ult a monk, because I do enjoy pulling. So Rangers are really usually pretty good pullers, but monks are clearly the ultimate puller, because you can feign death, and are required for split pulling and that kind of stuff. So usually I ult a monk. Actually, you know what? I haven't played a monk in this yet. That's also another interesting idea. I'm assuming monks wear... It is a lot of fun, but it's also a lot of work. So if you were looking for just like a casual night and you're the puller, yeah, no such luck, right? And if you take pride, let's say, in your pulling, where you ideally have the next mob coming back, you have the next mob coming back by the time the last mob is just dying, right? Because if you get it going, that's how the XP is going to flow the best for your group. So, one of my favorite times in EverQuest was when Plains of Power came out, and in Plain of Storms, I think it was, there is something called an armadillo camp. And there were all these armadillos all around this pond. It was a great spot for XP, because you could just pull them and then they'd respawn and stuff like that. But once you got going, if you had a really good group, you'd actually end up doing more damage than the armadillo pond could sustain. So you'd start working on, there were cacti out in the field, there were other things like that roaming around that were good, and I'd be heading out, but it was like Frogger, because there's mobs coming this way and that way. You really had to sort of weave your way back, and you didn't want to get extra mobs, so it was always very challenging that way. And then just to time it right, you throw on a root, or you throw on a snare or something like that, so you don't end up with a couple of mobs in the camp where your healers are having to do extra and your tanks are having to do extra. So it was a bit of an art form. I had a lot of fun doing that. And EQ was big on your reputation. So you got to, within your own guild, but also sometimes with groups and things like that, you got to know who sort of the really good enchanters were, who the really good healers were, who the really good pullers, all that kind of stuff. So, it's important. Your main one was DOAC, right? Oh, right. Into WoW. Trying to think what would be similar. Is Final Fantasy XI similar to what you're seeing these on this? Is that kind of the idea? Or was it completely different? It is, okay. I bet you, see, if you EQ's the one that you haven't tried, Final Fantasy XI is the one I haven't tried, that I probably would have liked. I did, so, yeah, kind of niche. When my daughter was born, and I was on paternity leave, my circle of friends were playing Final Fantasy XIV, and I had a PS4, so a lot of times while my daughter was, napping in her little, oh my god, bassinet, or whatever was going on, or it was the middle of the night and my wife was trying to sleep, so I had her, I could go downstairs and turn on the PS4 and play the Final Fantasy XIV. And I think I really tried to like it, but it wasn't for me. Yeah, you have to enjoy the story too much, and it didn't really appeal to me. And the challenge wasn't there. It was just more of a go over here, and it was way too easy to kill things in it for me. And my friends kept telling me, oh yeah, no, all the fun and challenge is at the end game, at 50 plus or something like that, but I didn't make it that far. Is the Final Fantasy XI, that was Final Fantasy XIV I was talking about. That's the only Final Fantasy action I've ever had. Yeah, okay, so Final Fantasy XI is very different than that as well then. Okay, that's good. Does it have similar classes? Is it the Holy Quatrinity? So healer, tank, DPS, crowd control? Yeah. And did they have raids? How big were the raids? Like how many people was the sort of max grouping? Or 20? So EQ was originally 72, if you can imagine that. Oh, you did play Final Fantasy. Yeah, I know, I didn't raid Final. I went on, it was basically a WoW pickup group. You could go and, it felt like you had to do these daily runs, and it was just like WoW running through a dungeon on Final Fantasy XIV. And again, it felt like you had to do it. It was like a daily. If you didn't do it, you'd be falling behind, and that's just not for me anymore. It's for some people, it's fine. Again, everybody has their own tastes, right? And don't get me wrong, there was a time I really did like WoW. Hey, Cookie. How's it going? Nice to see ya. It's going pretty well. I'm trying out a Druid for the first time ever in my MMO career. And so far so good. I'm so used to being DPS that I think I'm feeling a little bit, whoa, this is kind of slow. But if they were as good DPS as everything else, then everybody'd be one. Are you an MMOer, Cookie? We were just chatting about old games we used to play, or still do. I've been playing MMOs since EverQuest, but EverQuest Kunark, so I wasn't there for launch. But I played EverQuest, EverQuest 2, some WoW, Star Wars Galaxies, SWTOR, pretty much a little bit of everything. Those are the ones that I hit mainly, though. Oh, this is a big wolf. Okay. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay. Well, this is in closed beta right now, so you have to be lucky enough to get an invite, which RAR is working on. Hopefully, RAR is going to get one soon. But this, you don't have to wait too long if you do like it, because it's going to go into early access June. So June 1st. It's going to be $15 a month or something like that. So it doesn't cost much to give it a try and see if you like it or not. And there are going to be at least, I guess is the correct word. There is going to be at least one more open playtest, which means anybody can join in before that. They haven't announced it yet as far as I know. Which means all you have to do is create an account on M&M, Monsters and Memories, and you can give it a chance. Yeah. This game is meant to be a very social game as well. You're not supposed to be... The first levels you can solo and things like that, but as you get higher up, you're meant to group up with others and sort of form a bond and
I'm your huckleberry.
Yeah. Thank you for the follow. Sorry about the extra noise. The I'm Your Huckleberry I created, I still haven't figured out. I tried turning one thing off. That wasn't it. I don't know what the extra beats are, but I gotta figure that out. Yeah, you should. Until then, enjoy. So are you familiar at all with any of what an MMO typically is? Because most of the time they're all pretty similar, or at least the old school ones. You got your healer, your tank, your DPS, and crowd control a lot of times. So it kind of depends on what you like. Some cool designs. I mean, you can let me know where they are. So RAR, I don't know if I talked about this, but the Shady Trader here, you can do some arbitrage. So if you were to buy some of these weapons and things like that, depending on what's available. So the tattered stuff, if you just go upstairs, up the lift, you can sell it for a profit, depending on what it is you're buying. Actually, these prices look similar to what you'd get. So I don't know if they fixed the arbitrage. Don't exactly have a lot of extra. Anyway, let's go up and sell some of this. I mean, let me know what you're... Alright, Rar. I'm going to be on for probably another 45 minutes or so, and then I'm going to head out as well, Rar, just so you know. But good to see you, and hopefully see you again soon. What? I don't understand. What are your designs? Let me know what your Discord is, but I'm not going to do it while I'm playing right now, so... The Butcher. Okay, Bad Eyes. 5, 3. Oh, I see you give better prices then. Let's go see what... Cookie Crumbs 1. Alright, sounds good. What kind of designs do you make? Alright, the cook is definitely better. What do we got left? We got those, that. Okay, actually, let's stop off while we're here to the bank. How good is this stuff? 534, 936. Okay, say goodbye to that. Destroy, yes. Wrong thing. You come back. And we're off. go sell what we just got from the Shami. And then we'll head up to our Druid place. Oh, that just got me to 3. Lovely. Alright, 5 silver. Not too bad. Mr. Druid. What do you say? To the light swirls its murky contents, you perceive... Whoa. I thank you for this. Novice icon of the gatekeeper. I would also have you set on... Why can't I see? Ah. Alright, highlight. You receive novice icon of the gatekeeper form. Where did I receive this icon? I don't think I received this icon. What task? Take the file that you filled earlier to an ally of ours in the Preservers. Right, there's a brilliant alchemist who currently heads the Well of Orders, and she may have some insight as to what it contains. Okay. Oh, here it is. Okay, what is it? +1 wisdom? Cool. I take it back. You did give it to me. Thank you. Alright. Let's go see what spells we can get here. Okay, so... Sure. 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 Moonflame, absolutely. Sure. Sure. Okay. just in case. How much money do I still have? 4. Okay. This we definitely want. So let's put that here, I guess? I didn't really look at my other stuff. I had something all along. Hide. Wise. Forage. Campfire. Okay. Should go over here actually. Actually, let's put that. Change my mind. You go over here. No. Okay. You go away. Let's try that again. Oh, do I want to pick up anything for level 4 while I'm here? Camouflage, cure blindness, cure disease, cure poison, element break. I'll definitely want lesser heal. Oh, what's snaring vines versus snare? Bless your target with a touch, restoring an additional every. Oh my. That. What is this? Oh, okay. Okay. Now, who am I looking for? To our ally in the Preservers, someone Bright Spirit. The Preservers. Okay, guess not. Okay, so we want Preservers or Bright Spirit. You're finding not southeast of here. Oh, Shamans is very useful. Guard, thank you. Should have known that alchemy would have been with the Shamanses. Alright, so Bright Spirit, something like that. No. No. The Balanced Branch. What did you say? The Preservers are the wheeled shamans. You'll find their guild not too far southeast of here. And I am looking for Bright Spirit. Silwine Bright Spirit is a brilliant alchemist. Currently heads the Well of Order. see if this guard will be helpful. It's a ways to the west of here atop Verdant Terrace. Alright. Where's my compass? Right, we don't have a compass. Alright, and 90 degrees, this way, Verdant Terrace. Okay, was I possibly up there? Well, was it? It's not too far to the southwest of here atop Verdant Terrace. Well, that'd be great if you told me where Verdant Terrace was, though. Alright. Seems to be over there. Southeast of here, atop Verdant Terrace. Where the F is Verdant Terrace? Alas. No. Definitely would say Sentinel's Gaze. Let's give it a try over here, I guess. If anybody knows where I'm going, please speak up. parking? I am a druid. Nope. Not what I need. Not what I need. Okay. I mean, you might be a Verdant Terrace. You might just be buildings. Coming soon, it seems. Alright, nothing has a sign. I'm getting hungry. Perhaps we shall tackle this some other time. Southeast of here, so let's go north again. Okay, southeast, there's east, southeast. I mean, that's where I was heading. Maybe it's down one over there? Guess we could try that. If that's not it, it's off to the pub. I'm in the Ranger's Rest. Great. Is this actually operational now? And here I thought I knew this town well. Alright. It's not too far southwest of here. win. I give up. Figure it out later. Alrighty. Well, we will see everybody on the next one, hopefully.